What do you want? I'm going live here in a minute. I'll take the ball gag out when I'm done, all right? And then we'll do a little bit something else with your mouth. So just lay there and let me do my thing. And I might. Oh shit! They can hear me. Fuck. Did you guys hear all that? Oh shit! Cock's enormous. Oh, I love that. That's fucking awesome. What's up, Tony? Hey, I can't keep you up here for too long because I've got other guests coming whenever they show up. So,
Okay.
but what's going on, man?
Nothing. What about you?
Well, not a whole lot. Now that we got a few people in here, I'm gonna um, make some announcements.
Okay.
Now,
Nothing
uh,
new.
hey, I tell you what, Tony, why don't you hop off and come back a little later, okay?
Okay.
All right, man. You take it easy. Come right back though.
I will. Well, bye,
All
Paul.
right, dude. All right, dude. Okay. Many of you know who the asshole fucking Chomo supporter known as Charity on Instagram, and he's also on YouTube. Sick motherfucker. He is in jail right now, which is exactly where he needs to be. Because some of you have endured his harassment, his threats, his fucking bullshit. But he is locked up in North Carolina, and they are holding him for Polk County. Now we believe that's Polk County, Florida, and that sheriff he don't fuck around. Like he encourages his residents. If somebody's breaking into your house, he's like, kill them, you know. So I'd vote for him. Um, so yeah, he's in jail, and Matt called and I called, but they wouldn't tell us anything. They actually told Matt we'd have to call his lawyer, which I don't know who his lawyer is, but so we don't know exactly why he's there, but we're gonna make damn sure that they know about the shit that he says on Instagram and YouTube and everything else. We're gonna make sure they know about that. So yeah, he won't be shouldn't be bothering anybody for a while. But like I said, we don't know exactly why he's in there. We don't know if it's in there because I mean people did file charges on him from our community or our village, I should say. But we don't know if that's why he's in there or if it's something else. Creeps, it's that asshole that went by Charity on Instagram. Oh shit, what is his real name? Dennis. Shit, I forgot his last name, but um, there's the post I made about. There's a link to the post I made about it on Dramagram in the description here, so you can go there and read what we know so far. What is it? Radvinsky, I think, something like that. Yeah, I think it's Dennis William Radvinsky or Ravisky or something like that. I don't know, but anyway, he's in jail. Yeah, he made all kinds of threats about burning people alive, and um, I mean, Matt and I started fucking with him a while back, and he blocked both of us. So we got into his head somehow. I think Matt. Um, Matt, do you want to come up and because I don't know like everything you did to fuck with him, but if you want to come up and talk about it, you're more than welcome. Because I don't want to speak for you if I'm not spitting facts. So come on, can't get the link out there. What the hell? I'm trying. There we go. But, or if anybody else wants to come up and say whatever the hell you want, or if you have a story about this guy or whatever the fuck his problem is. Yeah, he's the one, that phone call that I posted on Dramagram. That's the guy where he left a message, you know, making threats and shit like that, which does not bother me at all. What else were we going to talk about? Oh yeah, Alex's statement about like not hitting on the older ladies and shit. Tell you what, man, I have a lot of fun, and they do too. I don't hit on ladies, you know, in DMs that don't want it to happen. I can read a room. So ladies, you can disregard. Well, man, I like Alex, but you can disregard what he said. Us old people need loving too. You know what I'm saying? And there are a couple of you, well, a few of you that I literally would run away with. I'm not kidding. All right, Matt, good enough. So yeah, as we get information, I will keep you updated. Mostly on the Dramagram Instagram bullshit thing, but I'm not really trying to get a bunch of subs, but I would like to have 500 so that I can start using the community tab. That's all I give a shit about. So go sub all your alt accounts to me. I'll try to get to 500, and after that, like, I'm never going to try to get monetized. If I there's no fucking way they'd let me anyway. I would have to change who I am, and I'm not capable of it. So I don't have the video where he calls Ryan. The one that I posted, that should still be up. The one that I posted of him yelling at me is much more interesting. But I've heard like people sent me the calls that he left for them, and they don't want them reposted because they don't want their identity out there. But they're fucking nasty. Like, he threatens to burn people alive, and yeah, just a bunch of bullshit. Sarah Luco, if you go to the community YouTube channel, the community posted a thing where Alex gives his talk and basically tells you not to hit on ugly women, which, you know, I don't anyway, but yeah. I mean, I do agree with a lot of what he said. Like, don't sit around watching porn all the time. That's not good for you. I'm like, if somebody sends me something that's pornographic, I will watch it because it's usually something funny or really, really disgusting. But I mean, other than that, you get hung up on watching porn all the time, and you get unrealistic expectations of what sex is supposed to be. And, you know, I mean, if you got a partner that's into everything that's on there, fine, you know, but otherwise you're just setting yourself up for a huge disappointment. Hey, we got 69 people in here. I don't think that's any coincidence. Nobody leave and nobody come in. Let's keep it right there at 69. We're good. Hmm. Am I looking for? Hell yes, I'm looking for women, Cap. I am always looking for women. I don't ever give up. That fucking name, though. Oh, Wrestler's Mom. His catch today, that guy was fucking nuts, man. I mean, they're all crazy for trying to mess with kids, but this guy, he was I don't know, a little bit extra special. Well, I mean, Julie, I mean, I don't think it's any secret that you are one that I would run away with. Although it's hard to run away when you have me chained up under your sink. Just saying. All right. Get through these comments here. I wish I would have learned how to read. I really do. Yeah, Matt, I thought about going through, like, they post a lot of Judge Grady's press conferences, and Polk County does an awful lot of stings to catch child predators. And I wonder if Dennis Radvinsky wasn't part of that or something. I don't, I'm just speculating. I don't know, but I haven't watched Judge Grady's press conferences in a while, but I thought about going back through them and seeing if his name pops up. Um, yeah, I see. I can't tell. I don't think you're modded online predator exposure, but if somebody here wants to drop their link, go for it. I still don't know when Ladies Night's going to be. I'm just going to have to set a date and go for it. People show up, they show up. If they don't, they don't. Jenny T, he is locked up in North Carolina for Polk County. They're holding him there until they extradite him. Hey, Whitakus, what's going on, everybody? I'm sorry, I didn't read all your names out. Oh, Penny. No, if I know a lady's like I would never actually date a married woman. I just no. That's an extra layer of complication that I don't need. Yeah, fuck that. Well, I mean, you know what, Cap? Okay, like I'm not really trying to date people off of YouTube. That's I'm just playing. Well, no, I'm not really playing a character because it's the real me. But I'm not really trying to get women off of YouTube. I'm not. But it's a fun thing to play. But the reality is dating. If you pursue it the right way, is the numbers game. Okay, let's say I walk into a bar. Well, let's not use a bar. Let's say I go to a laundromat. I used to pick up chicks at the laundromat all the time because I actually had my own washer and dryer. I would just go in there and find a pretty one and say, "Hey, would you rather come to my house where you can sit and have a drink and wash your clothes for free?" Boom! I got tons of women that way, and it was very cheap. But yeah. So if you go into a grocery store or whatever, if I ask out 10 women, not all at once in a group, but individually, 4 of them are just going to slap me and tell me to get the fuck away from them. Actually, get the fuck away from me, you freak, is what they usually say. So that leaves me with 6. 2 of them are going to give me fake numbers, which happens. No hard feelings, which leaves me with 4. And 2 of them are going to be like, "Oh, I have a boyfriend," or whatever. But that leaves 2 left over that will go out with me. And hopefully they won't press charges later. It's just a numbers game. All right, I'm blabbing and not keeping up on the chat. So, I mean, fellas, am I wrong about that? That's just how it works for me, you know? Yeah, Captain. Alex really did he did a great job with like somebody has to be teach like but when he first got started, I was trying to teach him how to do like the read technique and de-escalation and all that kind of thing, and he wouldn't listen to me. But now he's getting up from somewhere. He did a really good job de-escalating the guy, and he does a good job of getting inside their heads too. So props to him for that. Yeah, if y'all didn't see Alex's catch, it's if it's still up, I suggest going and watching it because it's a good one. Oh, Popeye, you ain't missing nothing. I'm just filling everybody in on Charity being in jail and addressing what Alex said about, I mean, ugly women need loving too, man. Let's face it. Yeah, there is going to be a ladies' night. I've got what 4 or 5 that want to do it. It's just a matter of setting the date and time. I'll try to do it earlier in the evening. I mean, we're all night owls anyway, but yeah. So we'll see. Oh shit! Did I say North Carolina, Matt? I did that earlier today too. If I said the wrong state, guys, I'm sorry. Yeah, South Carolina. I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep doing that. I mean, it's probably just because I'm stupid. Yeah. Bill, you guys can post pretty much anything you want. I mean, if I've got you modded where you can post stuff, that means that I at least trust that you won't send people to, scam sites or shit like that. So yeah, you guys can post pretty much whatever you want. Oh, hey Tony, no problem, man. You're a good dude. We don't mind helping out good people. And I did see that you messaged me on Instagram, but I saw it like right before I was going live, so I didn't have time to answer you back. But I will after this. What else? Yeah, I'm going to be on. Oh hell yeah! Let's take a cocaine break, everybody. Woohoo! Yeah, I will be speaking of cocaine. I will be on Terrence's channel Friday. What time is that again, Terrence? Is it 8 o'clock in the evening or 1 o'clock in the morning? I can't remember which one it is, but I'll be there either way. So yeah, I'm going to be on there, and I'll give my entire addiction story, at least the way I remember it. I was talking to my ex a couple of days ago, and of course I was fucked up. I was taking a shitload of drugs. Um, but I will trust her memory more than I do my own. So she did straighten me out on some things that I had questions about. So we'll go with that. We'll go with what she said. Yeah, if you guys aren't subbed to Tony's channel already, with somebody, I don't think I have him modded. I will. Somebody remind me to go back to the old streams and mod people because I keep forgetting to do that. But yeah, somebody threw up Tony's link if you don't mind. Oh gosh, I'm way behind on comments. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna spin down to the bottom. If I missed anything important, like if there's something really important that you want me to see, like put a star by it and then type it again. I'm sorry. I'm just way the fuck behind. Oh, what does ladies' night consist of? It's just going to be a panel, but I'm only allowing ladies up there and me, which is how I like it. So yeah, that's what ladies' night's going to be. I don't know exactly when yet. Oh man, yeah, there we go. My stash has it nailed. I tell you what, guys. Some of you saw the picture I put in Discord. Like right before I went live, I was fucked. It was my own fault. I was fucking around with the saw. I was kind of like playing chicken with a board because like I knew it was gonna kick back, but I kept taking the saw and going on it anyway. It kicked back, caught me in the side of the head. Yeah, not good. So now I'm getting blood all over my headset. Oh, hey, what's up, bad guy? Yeah, there's a link if anybody wants to come up and bullshit. Like if you got a Dennis, whatever the fuck his last name is, a charity story or whatever. I mean, you can talk about anything you want. I don't care. Oh, is that meant for me, Mary? How old am I? I am 49 and a half. How long have I been clean? I'm not clean. I struggle with it up and down all the time, but I don't take anywhere near as much as I used to. And I was clean for, I thought it was 20 months. My ex says it was over 2 years, but I was clean for a couple of years. But like I was never the kind of, I mean, I quit probably probably a couple of hundred times before I finally quit for a while. Um, yeah, we'll get fully into it on Terrence's channel. But like I don't take near as much shit as I used to, not even close. Because I have a certain degree of they give me. I have a prescription for morphine, right? And I can, for the most part, control that. But when I was on OxyContin, I lost all control. I had no control over that shit after a while, and it didn't take long. Oh yeah, make sure you sub to. I'm pretty sure everybody here is probably already subbed to Bad Guy, but if you're not, go do it. Uh-oh, I think I missed something. Oh, all right. Hey, Fuck, I'm not sure if I've got MasterCard modded or not, but somebody throw his link up too, please. Or her link. I don't know. Could be a guy, could be a girl. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't really give a fuck about building a channel, but I would like to get to 500 so I could start using the community tab. I'm not worried. I don't care about 1,000 because I would never monetize anyway. I'll tell you what I did for bad guy. This probably help you out. When I when I was helping Tikoi build her channel, she started out with nothing, and I think her goal was to get to 700. I don't remember how many she had, but what I did, and y'all pay attention and do this for me now. What I did was I messaged everybody in my phone. I said, hey, please go sub to this channel to help get her numbers up. You don't have to turn notifications on, so like it's not going to bother you at all. Just go sub to it and don't turn the notifications on if you're not interested. And she climbed up her 700 like within a couple of days. So that shit does work. So yeah, just go into your phone and text everybody to sub to bad guy and the crazy naked guy, and they don't have to turn on notifications. They can just give us the numbers and let it go. That's the thing. I was on I don't want to get too detailed. I'll save it for Terrence's channel, but like I was on Vicodin for 2 years and I didn't get hooked on them. You know, like I was prescribed 6 a day, but I was only taking 3 or 4. And like if I had like a 3-day weekend where I didn't have to work, like I would try to take a day where I didn't take any at all. And I did that a few times and it didn't bother me. It hurt like hell, but didn't bother me, you know, as far as like jonesing or whatever. But as soon as they switched me to OxyContin, man, that was it. That shit got a hold of me quick. Shit, I'm blabbing and not bringing Wolfpack up. Oh, hey Wolfpack, what's going on, man? I'm sorry I left you sitting back there.
I just got back there. So yeah.
Okay, right on. Right on. What's going on, man?
No, not much. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. I tell you, man, I didn't get near as much done today as I wanted to. I was just kind of down on the dumps all day, but and I really had to coax myself into go on live, but I wanted to get that shit out there about charity.
Yeah.
But once I get up here and start bullshitting with people, I feel a lot better, you know.
Right. Let's see. There we go. Ooh. Almost lost my rig.
What's that?
All right, let's see. I want to see the chat too, so let's get that going too. So yeah, I'm about to take a nice rip of some dabs, and my son, he's still up. He's roaring.
Okay, can you say that last part again?
Say the last part again.
Oh, my son, he's roaring. He's 8 months old. He's sitting in his playpen behind me, playing around with all the stuffed animals, bears, and stuff like that.
Cool. Yeah, they're a lot of fun when they're that age, man. So you got any catches lined up in the near future?
What's that?
8 catches.
Catches? Oh yeah, I got catches. Like, I just went to Leominster and just threw grinder on for about what was it, an hour, and I had 10 people tap my decoy. And I know that taps don't really mean anything, but 1 out of 10, I'll end up getting the age drop, and I'll get one of them. I'm just taking a week off so that way, you know, preoccupied doing this. But yeah, I'm taking a week or two off just to spend time with the family, because most of my catches happened on the weekends, and that took about it took a lot of time out of that weekend, didn't it, buddy? And so my kid finally said "dad" for the first time, and
Oh wow.
Mr. Wolf needs a hearing aid. I got a cochlear implant. Does that work?
Oh, you got a cochlear implant?
Yeah, I got a cochlear implant, so I have a hard time hearing as it is.
Yeah, dude, my hearing's all fucked up too. It's from years of metal concerts and gunfire and working in a steel factory.
Yeah.
But when my son was little, he went deaf. Like he could hear when he was born, but like right when he was learning how to talk, like he just went deaf. And like my his mother's side of the family, they how can I word this without being a dick to people? Well, I'm always a dick to people, so it don't matter. But retardation runs in her family, and she thought that he had that kind of problem. But I could tell that he just couldn't hear, because if I would get behind him and say, "Do you want some ice cream?" he wouldn't move. But if you get in front of him, you say, "Do you want some ice cream?" and he gets all excited. So like he taught himself how to read lips.
Yep, that's exactly what I did.
And yeah, and like we had our own sign language and stuff, because like I said, he was just learning how to talk. And so we took him to the doctor, and they did a couple of surgeries. They talked about possibly doing the implants if he needed it, but they wound up being able to fix it some other way.
Yeah, the
So,
reason I
but
lost hearing was probably 12 or 13, and I melted off to my mom. My dad was drunk, and he beat the living hell out of me, boxed my ears, and knocked me out. I was out for like a good 2 or 3 minutes, my mom said.
Oh, fuck, man. Having
My
your
mom
ears boxed?
took care of it. My dad went through a lot of counseling. That was the last time he really ever hit me. And he went through a shit ton of counseling, and he was my best friend up until the end. He ended up committing suicide about 7 years ago, but he had like ruptured disc in his back, so he was in a lot of pain. Yeah.
Yeah, that having your ears boxed fucking hurts, because it creates a vacuum in your head, and oh man, it's bad enough like the act of actually being hit, but when they pull their hands off and it creates that vacuum and you have that oh man, yeah, I had that done to me once too, and fuck. Oh, yeah. But my son, yeah, he taught himself how to read lips and all that kind of stuff. And they were able to fix it with surgery. And like we brought him home from the hospital, and he all of a sudden he could hear like every little, like when the furnace kicked on, every little noise that he heard, he'd jump, because like he'd never heard it before, and all of a sudden he had his hearing back. But the thing is, his ears are still so fucked up. He tried to get into the Marines. What was it, last summer? Tried to join the Marines, but when he went down to MEPS to do the physical, he actually went down there twice trying to get like different doctor's notes and shit. And I mean, his ears are still bad enough the Marines wouldn't take him.
Sorry, what was that last part?
Oh yes, Section 15. I used to have a Marshall hat. Well, I didn't have the full stack for very long before I started having kids and had to, quit doing the band thing and stuff. But yeah, I had all Marshall stuff when I was younger, and I wish to God I wouldn't have sold all that, because you can't find that kind of thing anymore. I mean, you can, but they're expensive as hell.
But Bill, I'll tell you, this cold flare implant, once I get my upgrade, this thing's like, what, 6 years old, 7 years old. Once I get my new upgrade, I'll be able to hook up right to the phone with the MP3, so automatically go straight here
Oh,
instead of
wow.
from the phone to like the big headphones that I wear, and the little mic that's right here will end up being the actual mic. So that way, you know, I won't need headphones anymore.
Wow. Dude, what if they're secretly turning you into the Borg or something?
What's that?
What if they are secretly turning you into a Borg? Do you know what a Borg is from, Star Trek? You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile. That kind
Yeah,
of shit, man. What if they're doing that to you?
I'm okay with them doing it to me because guess what? I went from a speech interpretation from a 28% to an 82%. Like if I'm in a
Hmm.
really quiet room and there's no fans going on or anything like that, I could probably literally hear a mouse take a shit, well, my dog take a squeeze and fart or something like that. It's really hypersensitive. But the second I have, like, if I have my air cleaner on, which I have in the back of the room, because we got like my girl has a bunch of allergies, so we got an air cleaner back there, a smoke purifier, like all in one. I spent like $280 on it to clean the air. So
But it works pretty good though.
yeah,
Does it get like the pot smoke out of the room pretty quick?
oh, like jet quick. Yeah, that's why I'm right next to it.
I get you. Hold on a second. There was something I was going to address earlier, but we were talking. Hold on, what the fuck was it? Oh yeah, bad guy. Somebody like not immediately after the stream because it takes a while for the chats to post. Because I can't mod anybody right now, but I can after when the chats post. I can go back and mod people. I keep forgetting to do that. So somebody like in a few, maybe tomorrow or whatever, if you remember, remind me and I'll go back and do that because there's a bunch of people that I want to give wrenches to and I keep forgetting.
Oh, and the baby was taken out of the room before I even smoked that. I'm trying to read back in chats and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm just not reading the chats too, but yeah, people are concerned about the baby being in the room with the smoke.
Room.
Oh. Oh, Pat Kine, go fuck yourself, LARP. That's funny shit right there. Oh shit! You know what? I wrote some notes down because I always forget everything that I was meaning to talk about, and then I walked away and left that notepad somewhere. I think it's probably conspiring against me with the fucking board that decided to kick me in the side of the head. Everybody's against me. Everybody. All right. You guys have anything else you want to talk about? I'll throw out the link if somebody wants them up. Maybe. If I can fucking figure it out. What the hell? Oh man, this phone aggravates the shit out of me sometimes. Man, it's not letting me post the link. The fuck? There
So
we
yeah,
go.
I'm just reading back in the chats. I want you guys to know, like seriously, why you guys were actually hearing what you were hearing. I'm gonna flip the camera around. See, hang on, because you can hear them loud and clear. If he makes any noise or she makes any noise in the other room, it's just right there. That's the baby monitor.
Oh, you burned us.
I don't know why people are concerned when my baby's like right there. I'm watching him on a baby monitor, and my
Well,
baby's phone in the
they
back of the room.
we didn't know it was a baby monitor, man. But people are concerned about that kind of shit, and I mean, I am
Yeah,
too. So,
I go back and flip through the chats because I'm playing around with the camera and everything like that, learning all the new stuff. But yeah, no, I have the baby monitor just sitting like right there. There's no more baby in the playpen over there. Sorry, my room's a mess, but yeah.
oh, I tell you what, man, we had our first baby monitor. We had it fucked up. We didn't realize. We just thought our baby was sleeping all the way through the night all the time and being good.
Yeah.
But when you learn how to talk, like her
Literally.
first words were, "Oh baby, oh yeah, I like it like that." Turns out we had the monitor switched around.
Yeah, so just wanted you to know, no smoking with the baby in the room, and we got an air purifier so in our room, so it's all good.
Yeah, when I was like in my early 20s, I had a friend that it just it's like the kind of people that shouldn't have kids. They had a kid, and this was before I was into drugs, right? But they all were. And I'd go over there, and they'd all be fucking like smoking the shit out of pot and whatever else they were smoking. They thought it was good enough to just throw a blanket over the playpen with a baby in it. But that air was thick. You know.
Yeah, she's watching the live in the other room, playing around with the baby, getting his energy out because he just won't go to bed.
And there was it's not cool when you got pot smoke hanging in the air and there's a freaking baby in the room. But just throwing a blanket over the playpen, that's not good enough.
Oh, the torch scares you. Do you know how many people have torches in their garage that are attached to their house? I'm sorry the torch scares you. I'll use my email next time. Yeah, no, I get it. You're sticking up for kids, but it's the baby monitor literally right behind there, and I wasn't even paying attention to the chats because I'm deaf and I'm listening to Bill talk.
Well, listening to me talk is torture all by itself. So,
So, kids first. Kids health and safety come first.
I tell you, dude, you are breaking up pretty bad. So, I'm gonna let you go, and you can come back some other time, dude, because you're just breaking up real bad. So,
All right, peace.
all right, dude, take it easy. All right, now I'm gonna catch up on the chat. You, uh, you use oxyacetylene heat to heat. Well, I mean, that'll work. Probably cheaper ways to heat your rig, but yeah, fuck yeah, that'll work. All right, what the fuck else was I People that I've talked to today, what the fuck else was I supposed to bring up? Okay, yeah. Charity's in jail, which is where he belongs. Oh yeah, I talked about the Alex thing. Did I ever try popping candy up my butt? Well, there isn't a whole lot that hasn't been up my butt. You know, I mean, it's kind of, you know, some people go around and they're like, have you ever known anybody that just goes around and like smells everything? You know, well, the way my biggest sensory is my asshole. You can put anything up my butt and I can tell you what it is. Well, I mean, everybody's got to have a talent, right? Okay, look, hold on a second. I'm gonna clear this shit up right now. Now, there's a rumor going around that I put a cat up my butt for fun. That is completely not true. I did not put a cat up my butt for fun. I put a cat up my butt to try to get the gerbil out. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm the same way, Tatiana. I've never smoked in my houses or in my cars. Like even my the old work truck that I drive, I don't even smoke in that. That thing's a total piece of shit. You'll see Tommy and he'll make me, dude, fucking White Claws. That's fucking like cheerleader beer shit. Real men don't drink White Claws, man. Real men do not drink White Claws and that kind of bullshit, man. But cheerleaders drink to get drunk. Okay, all right, okay, Gabby, all right. Look, you have a point. Hold on, let me get your comment there. Okay, you put the cat up my butt for fun. That was fun for you. For me, it was just a part of the job. It was just a necessity. It wasn't necessarily fun. Oh, she's got a picture of our son as her profile pic. Just so everybody knows that kitty right there is our son. That's one of them that used to follow me around all the time, but she has custody now. And I am demanding visitation rights. I know, Smashley, right? Right? People don't understand that. Oh, yeah, y'all, we've got 2 more brand new litters of kittens. Some of you probably saw that on Instagram or on my personal Instagram. Yep, we got 2 more freaking litters of kittens now, born 2 or 3 days apart. So, if them little fuckers follow me around, you'll see more kitty videos. I'm getting sick of making kitty videos. I really am. Real men use cucumber. Well, you know what, Bumblebee, you got a point. I was just talking the other day about having a cucumber stuck in my shower drain. Don't ask me any questions. And I'll tell you something else, man. Where I come from, the only people that say chit chat are gay guys and grandmothers. I'm not even kidding. Like if I walked into a bar around here or any place and said, fellas, we need to have a chit chat, I would get my ass kicked. I mean, there is no way to chit chat and sound tough. Yo, let's have a fucking chit chat. There's no way to sound manly and say chit chat at the same time. You can't do it. I challenge you. Okay. Tatiana, you called it right again. Yeah, I'm actually a deadbeat dad, just using that little pussy as an excuse. You know what? I'm gonna shut up because I'm just gonna get myself in trouble now. Oh, I'm not really into sports, guys. I don't follow that kind of stuff. I mean, I like to play sports, but like watching it on TV is not my thing. I mean, the good thing about having so many kittens is like I won't starve to death this winter. I'll always have fresh meat. Oh, Loretta Lynn passed away. I mean, I'm not a country music fan, but I remember like the coal miner's daughter and all that stuff. I remember all that stuff. There, see you there. I mean, I rest my case. There's just no way to sound cool or yeah. Oh, I'm way behind on the chats again, but okay. Well, you know what? Bumblebee does have a point. I am a very sick man. I'm a twisted individual. I was never designed for mass production or to even be an outstanding member of society. Am I going to dress as Alf for Halloween? Man, I'm gonna have to find a because I remember Alf, but and like I when I was a kid, I used to do his voice pretty good, but I'd have to listen to it again to try it because I say no problem all the time. I could probably get that voice back if I tried. I used to do Yoda and Elmo and a bunch of them. Oh yeah, I forgot about that line. I'll have to wait till I'm actually laughing about something. That way it'll sound better. Then I'll try to say it. I slay me. And I'll have to listen to him again. That way I can dial it in. Oh yeah, you absolutely can use cocaine to numb anal. Um, it's good for both of you, really. And you never have any excess when you use cocaine for anything. It is always 100% used, which means it's economicable. But yeah, you can absolutely use cocaine to numb anal. You can also use Oragel. I've heard. I've heard. I'm asking for a friend. So yeah, if you're a little bit afraid of it, but like you want to give it a try or whatever, you got to kind of be careful. All right, here's Bill tip number 371. If you're messing around with shit that like numbs the chick's butt, you got to let it set in for a little bit. One, to make it work better, and two, like if you do it too much and like you put your dick there, it also numbs your dick, and then you're getting laid and you don't even know it. But I mean, fellas, correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, anal on the giving end. I mean, being the top, doing anal just like it doesn't even feel that great. It's all about them little fucking noises they make, right? I mean, am I wrong? You know, and then you gotta put their head in the corner of the room so they can't scoot away from you. Did I get? Oh, yeah, Gabby. They're actually in use right now. You guys just can't hear it. No problem. Yeah, I'll have to listen to Alf again so I can dial in his voice. I used to be able to do it. Hey, you know what? If I get a stamp of approval from One Solved Mystery, I'm good, man. That's all. That's all the praise I need. Oh well, we're not going to talk about that, Bick. But I mean, I'm just saying that I think that's like why he can't go 48 hours without talking about me. Just saying. Yeah, if you got man, that he's another one that I want to mod. I just keep forgetting to do it. If somebody had, because I don't think I've got him modded yet, but if somebody has One Solved Mysteries link, please throw it in because he's used parts out of my channel and parts out of Ed's channel, and he doesn't make us look like assholes. So yeah, check it out. Um, there's been quite a few people that have asked permission to take clips out of my streams. I don't know about why exactly, but somebody's going to do something. I guess when I went off on that gay coffee rant, somebody's going to use that in a video. I don't know exactly what their plan is, but I gave him permission. Oh, he is modded? Okay. All right, cool. 'Cause I can't tell when you're using StreamYard, you can't tell who's modded and who's not. Oh, if you guys want to see a good skit, like I can't stand Patty Mayo, but there is a good look up Patty Mayo pineapple juice. He's trying to handcuff this little gay fucker, and he's this dude's screaming, "My safe word is pineapple juice." It's funnier than fuck. Y'all ought to check it out. Yeah, Pat/LARP is just a bitch. Always has been. Here, I got an idea. I mean, we all know, well, not all of us, but some of us know what LARP sounds like. So here you go, PatCon. Jump up here, just say something, and prove that you're not LARP. Well, actually, I can prove that you're LARP, but like it's got your real name on it. So I mean, if you want me to start throwing all that shit out, I can. Oh, I can provide the proof, but you're not gonna like it. You sure got pretty legs, though. I can tell you that. Bad guy, we know a little bit more about LARP than you do. No, I mean, no offense. I'm not coming at you by any means. I'm just saying. LARP has a long history of not liking me. I think part of it's because I steal his women. I can start throwing shit up on Dramagram. I'm on a phone. I can't screen share right now, but we can throw it up out there. Or you can come up here and just say one sentence, because I mean, we have recordings of LARP, so. Okay, didn't you used to be FBI crime statistics? Am I wrong about that? If I could, I don't have the ability to screen share because all I have is a phone. If I could, I'd throw some shit out there right now. I mean, I'd mark out the addresses and shit, of course, but oh man. Yeah, Gabby, don't do that because you're giving away our OnlyFans content that people have to pay for. And if they get it for free, they won't pay for it. Pat, God, it doesn't matter what I say. You're going to say I'm wrong. I mean, it wouldn't matter if I read out your full birthday, which I don't actually have it in front of me, but I have it on my phone. Oh, dang it. I'm trying to drop that fucking link. I don't know what's going on with my phone, but it's not letting me click. Come on, fucker. All right, let's try this all again. Because I'm going to have Terrence come up here and because I can't remember if your thing is 8 o'clock or 1 a.m. So come up here and clarify it out of your mouth. That way I don't get it fucked up for everybody. But Friday I'm going to be on Terrence's channel. And oddly enough, I'm bringing my cocaine stash with me. Oh, if you could prove you're not LARP, I'll 100% make a public apology. But since you want to wait and do it later, that tells me you are probably getting a voice changer. Yeah, that's what it is. You got giving you time to get a voice changer. What's
Hey,
going
Bill,
on,
how's it
Terrence?
going? How's it going, Bill?
Satisfy my confusion, my man.
Same here. Yeah, 8 p.m. Friday.
Okay, I'll be there. Because at one time, wasn't it 1 o'clock in the morning or something like that?
No, I did that for a bad guy because that was the only time I could get him to come on panel. I only did the 1 a.m. the one time because that was the only time I could get that guy on panel.
Okay.
It's,
All
he
right.
could also, yeah, he said he could do like Sunday afternoon too, and I don't want to do it on the weekends when a lot of people go live with catches.
Yeah, I try to not go live when anybody else is, but sometimes, man, like when they're just firing off, like if I have like an actual point, like I want to announce something, whatever, sometimes I just say fuck it and do it. But yeah, I try to not go, especially like us friends channels. I try not to step on any of your guys' time.
Yeah, same here. Like if someone's going to go live, like if I'm going like around the same time, we'll adjust the time.
Yeah.
That's why I like going early at nights.
Yeah, I try to go on earlier, like if I have an actual point, which I usually don't, but yeah, I try to do that too.
Yeah, I like going on like at 7 or 8 at night.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Ladies' night is gonna happen. I just don't know a date yet. I'll schedule that pretty soon. What else we
nice.
got? If you, I wish I had the link for you guys, but tag out. I don't know if it's tag out or tago. We'll find out when he comes up here, but he's gonna be up here. I don't really know. He's funnier than fuck. I like his style. He's got kind of the same style I do when it comes to fucking with scammers. So we're gonna have him on and see what he's got to say. He's pretty cool. I mean, I haven't really talked to him a lot, but he's a pretty cool guy from the communication I've had with him.
So how many women do you got coming for our ladies' night so far?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are interested, but like there's no way to there's no way to fix it so that everybody can be there. So I don't really know how many are going to show up, but we got 5 of them that are interested, and I'm going to talk to. There's one specifically that I haven't talked to yet. I'm going to ask her. I don't know if she'll do it or not, so I'm not going to say her name, but I don't want to put her on the spot.
Yeah, it's understandable. Like I could think of 4 at the top of my head as who probably will be going. So, but yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to when you do ladies' night. There should be really fun.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah, so that catch at Alex, that was very intense.
Yeah, that dude was freaking crazy.
Yeah, I thought he was going to do something to Alex. There's a few times there I thought, oh, is he going to do something there?
Yeah, I mean, Alex stood his ground, but he didn't. He stood his ground, but like he didn't. He wasn't being antagonistic. He did a pretty good job of de-escalating the situation.
And he always does. That's what makes him the best.
Yeah.
He knows how to do stuff like that. And a lot of people say, "Oh, your catches are too long." And they do complain about that, but he has to do them long like that because he has to like.
Well, yeah, you gotta. He's very good at extracting information.
Yeah,
he does what they call the read technique a lot. And I mean a couple others too, but yeah, he's like I started rocking with Alex very early on. Like I remember when there was only like 40 people in his chats. And I liked him because he's funny and fuck, and he would roast these motherfuckers. Because I'd already been watching like Anxiety War and CC Unit. A couple of them from Can. I don't remember all of them now, but Pop Squad. I'd already been watching all them, but like they were all, except for Anxiety War, they were all kind of missing something for me. But when Alex came along and he's roasting these motherfuckers at the same time, I'm like, oh yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, that was on his old Chuck Goldstein channel.
Yeah, and he actually even had one before that, a channel before that got taken down.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was first introduced to Alex through watching CC Units videos. That's where I found Alex, you know, and then I went to his channel and I just became a fan, you know.
Mm-hmm. I tell you what, man, I was much better off just being a guy saying fucked up things in the chats to get reactions out of people.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking sometimes I wish I never would have got involved in all the behind the scenes shit, man. I really do.
I don't blame you. You know,
I just like I know too much about too many people, and yeah, if I was to ever pop, it wouldn't be good.
Mm. But yeah, you know, you're a trustworthy person. That's why a lot of people go to you, Bill.
Well, I like to think so. I mean, I've got so many, dude. I'm keeping secrets of people that stabbed me in the back. You know what I mean? So,
oh man,
yeah, it's hard sometimes. And then you get stuck in the middle of things. You know, you've got two people, you like them both, but they're both telling shit about the other one, and everybody's trying to pull you on their side, and it just gets to be a bit much sometimes, you know.
yeah, it's understandable. But at the same time, though, I'm like, you know, you got to be there, you know,
Mm-hmm.
for certain people that need it, you know.
Oh, sure, I'll be there for especially the people that I'm close to. I will. I mean, assuming that I'm not unconscious, I will be there. You know, if they and like here, well, I was gonna say here lately, but it's been going on like the whole time. Like I'll take my Ambien, and then sometimes you know somebody will need a shoulder or whatever, and I feel bad because when I take that, sometimes it doesn't work and it doesn't do anything. So you know, it's just no big deal. But when it does work, like I'm trying to be there for that person, I'm just like, yeah, because I can't fucking think, you know, and I feel bad.
Yeah, again, it's very understandable, you know. But like, I don't mind being there for people. I don't mind it. You know, I'm used to it.
No, I mean, yeah, I don't either, and like I don't ever want people to think that they can't come to me. But it's just there's times where I'm not in the best shape, and so I feel bad because if I'm not in the best shape myself mentally, then I feel like I'm not being there for them as much as I should be.
Yeah, like 100%.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and it's not their fault; it's mine. You know.
Yeah, even if I'm like we just said, if I'm like that, I keep that part quiet. You know, because I still want to be there for them no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, I'm a really good listener, so.
Yeah, that's people say I'm a good listener, and I try to be. If somebody's talking, you need to keep your mouth shut because you can't be learning anything about what they're saying if you're trying to talk over them.
Yeah, it's true. Hang on a second. Yeah, can I promote a channel on here?
What's that?
It's Tech and Sammy's new decoy channel.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I think
oh, go ahead.
It's been thrown in the chat before, but yeah, you can absolutely plug it.
Yeah, thanks, Bill. It's called Online Predator Exposure. So I want everyone to subscribe to that channel, please. They'll have videos coming up pretty soon.
Nice.
Making great tires matters.
Yeah, I was their third subscriber.
I was the first.
Nice.
Mm.
Yeah, but I got a bigger dick, so there. Argument over.
Don't make it a measuring contest.
Get it out, buddy. Get it out. We're gonna solve this shit right now. Goddamn you and your Canadian. Take your fucking Canadian cock bacon and get the fuck out of here. I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm saying.
But yeah, everyone please subscribe to that channel. It's gonna be really good. With Sammy and Tech.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what they got planned, but fuck it all. There was a time where I like over the last, well, not really year, like 8 to 10 months, like a bunch of new channels came up, and like it used to be my thing was I would seek out back when the archive was a thing. Most of you probably don't know what that is, but the archive was a good thing. It was just the guy that was running it lost his mind and nuked it. I wish he would have just gave it to somebody else and kept it going. But
Yeah.
My job was I was a recruiter, and my job was to seek out newer groups or maybe groups that weren't like pulled in with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Was to find them, and then like we could hook them up with with Edward, or if they need an editor, we could hook them up. They needed decoy pics, we could hook them up. We could hook them up with anything they needed.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a good thing, but that used to be my deal. And then that's how I got stuck running so many Discords, because that was one of the things that I would do for them is I would make them a Discord. It was always with the understanding that they would learn how to run it, and then they would take over ownership. Because to me, it's just not a good look for somebody to own somebody else's Discord. You know what I'm saying? It's just not a good look. But like I got stuck with a bunch of them that I eventually just gave them all away to other people. Fuck it. And so yeah, that used to be my thing, but like I just got so fucking like fed up with all the bullshit and finding things out about people that I used to respect. And yeah, I don't want to get off on a rant, but so like the last 8 or 10 months, like I missed like a lot of the newer groups that I didn't even sub to because I just quit giving a fuck,
Mm-hmm.
For a while, I just turned off all my YouTube notifications, and for a while I wasn't even watching catches. I mean, I would like to get back to that, but I'm looking so far stuck into the drama. I don't think there's ever any going back for me.
Yeah, same here. Like, I used to watch like a lot of like Alex and Ghost's Catch and a few others, but lately I've been more on the other side. I noticed that,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, how the fuck did that happen? Like it was good to watch. I watched back-to-back catches today. Courtney's and Alex, and they're both really good.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah, they were both really good.
And they're both really good.
Oh, dude, I missed it live, but that fucking dude took a swing at Courtney, man.
Yeah, he did. I'm not sure if the video's still up though, or
I don't think so, because I only got to see it. I had to back it up, and then it was gone after that. But
no, it was still on her YouTube channel earlier. I watched it. It's like almost 6 minutes long, and then she started up the second live.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched that. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, shit.
Well, somebody's said they were gonna like all these little video clips that I post of like proving Ryan wrong. Like I don't have the patience to seek that shit out. Other people do, and a couple of them are in the chat here. I thank you very much. If you want to say it was you, go for it. Otherwise, I'll keep you out of it, because I don't know if you want it known or not. But a couple of them are in the chat here. These people go through hours of fucking of people's videos and find the right clips that prove that Ryan's full of shit.
Yeah.
And then they send them to me, and then like I'll assemble them, and then I send them to somebody else, and they stitch them together and then send them back to me. You know what? But one of them said that they were gonna find like I saw that part of the video where Ryan hid behind a girl, and what they're gonna do is they want to put them side by side, and I don't know exactly what the plan is, but Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think
But-
about that when you heard that?
Well, he hid behind a girl. Enough said.
And he's what, 26? 27?
Oh, God, I can't remember. Yeah, he's in his late 20s. I don't remember exactly now, but
I don't know what's worse, that or me hiding behind Gabby the other day.
how in the hell did you hide behind Gabby? She's a little tiny person.
Nah, I don't hide behind women.
Well, I do, but we call it doggy style.
Bill.
What?
Good point.
Yeah, bad guy. I actually saw that. That was that was pretty good, man.
So he did admit to hiding behind
He said
woman.
he was protecting his phone, so he's more interested in protecting his phone than he is keeping a woman from possibly. No, I don't know who that girl was, but
She's
I
bigger than,
hats off to her, man. I wouldn't fuck with her.
yeah, she's bigger than Ryan.
She well, everybody's bigger than Ryan, but I'm talking about how she fucking stood her ground, man, and she got right in there and didn't fucking flinch, or you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah, like she's got more balls. So to speak.
well, I mean, that's kind of an unfair comparison because Ryan's balls never dropped. So I mean, you kind of
Hey, Billy, you roasted him good.
well, what'll happen is like to them, it's totally acceptable for Ryan to go on people's panels every fucking day or every other day and talk shit about me. But like when I hit back once in a while, they're like, "Oh, you talk about me every day." Like I don't fucking talk about you every day. Prove it,
It's
you know.
true. It's true. You don't. You really don't. You know. Yeah. So
If you go on the if you go on the drama ground, a particular person left, and I'm not exaggerating, about 100 messages on 3 posts. Go look at it. And tell me some of it don't make sense, but yeah.
I don't know. Ryan should just stick to decoying.
Yeah. I mean, see that's the sad thing though, is he fucked up his and I'm speaking, I'm not trying to slam him right now. I'm speaking from the heart.
Yeah.
Like I mean his channel wasn't doing good anyway, but like he lost a bunch of subs over this. I mean, he ruined his channel over this bullshit, man.
Yeah,
It's
he did.
It's sad.
See, here's the thing too. I thought during the whole, the good doctor fiasco, I thought his channel might have gone up, or could have, because he lied to Ryan there, but then it just went right back down.
Well, I mean, yeah, if Ryan would have just played his cards right, and just think about all the time and energy. I mean, this fucker hates me. It takes a lot of energy to hate somebody. I mean, at least the way I do it. And I don't hate him, but to think about all that time and energy that he spent coming at me over shit that fucking wasn't true. If he would have put that kind of energy and time into actually catching predators, I mean, just think about that. Think of how many he could have done.
He could have been putting up videos left and right.
Mm-hmm.
He really could have. But you went the other direction.
It's sad. I mean, he's not used to female attention, and he had a couple of ladies whispering in his ear, and that was all it took. Because the same ladies used to whisper in my ear, so I mean, I know how they are.
Yeah. But when it comes to Ryan, it's just sad overall. But oh
yeah, I mean, I hope. I mean, I don't want anything bad to happen to him, but I mean,
no one does.
If he lived up the street from me, I would have. Well, I don't know if I would have the. I mean, he's such a little like a kid. I don't know if I would actually hit him or not, but yeah, he would not fucking say that shit like if I was right in front of him. I guarantee it.
Mm. Well, you know what? He could still turn things around if it's up to him.
Yeah, I mean, if he stops, I'll stop. I mean, dude, I mean, I've got so much shit that I could use. Not necessarily very much about him. I do have a little bit, but I got so much shit I could throw out about the girls, and I just don't want to. I mean, it's there. I could throw it out anytime. I just don't really want to go that route.
Ryan's hard-headed and stubborn, you know, so
Yeah.
that's why he's the way he is, because he's got those.
I mean, I think, I mean, everybody can agree that I'm not great grandma, right? But
No,
he's
you're
still
not.
fucking going with that. You know what I mean? Vic wants to know if I ever led Ryan on. I used to flirt with Ryan quite a bit, and I mean, I might have sent him a dick pic or two, you know, just casually.
If you did, how long did it take Ryan to figure out what it was?
Oh, God. I don't know. Well, it's pretty fucked up looking. It's been through a lot of abuse. See, the thing here's the theory that I have. I think that just based on some shit that Ryan has said before, why I trigger his obsession. I think he has daddy issues, and for some reason, maybe it's because I talked to him with a little bit of authority when he was full of shit. And I was proving him wrong.
Yeah.
I think that fucking like I think he has daddy issues, and that's why he's triggered. I that's just a theory. I don't know.
I think I've seen some other people said that before about him in the chat. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, I remember some shit he said. I'm not going to repeat it, but some shit he said a long time ago about his family and stuff. And like, I think that that's what it is. I really do.
It's possible. But yeah, in my opinion, I think he thinks about you 24/7. I do.
Well, he does, man. Like,
Yeah.
he fucking goes on everybody, or I think they've shut him down now. Like, they've told him to knock it off because, like, people in the chats were saying, if Ryan starts talking about Bill, I'm leaving. And they would when he started. Like, you would see it drop a little bit.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I don't keep track of this shit myself, but God bless them, other people do, and they send it to me, and they're like, "This is blah blah blah." And I don't use most of what people send me. You know what I mean? If I wanted to, I could fucking make a post today or about this shit, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
Really, the only thing I've been posting is like, and not even every time, like maybe every third time he talks about me, I'll, you know, reset the clock. I don't do it every time because then, I mean, like, yeah, you have like 2 or 3 of those a day, and nobody wants to see that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I still have some hope for him that, you know, he'll smarten up, turn things around, and realize where his priorities really lie with. It's getting back to decoying.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, like, I really don't care that he's coming at me so hard. It's just it's annoying. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a threat to me. I haven't lost anything. If anything, I've actually met more cool people because they want to know my side. You know, Ryan's up on his channel and whatever, and he's full of shit when he said that I wouldn't come on his channel. I sat in that fucking basement 3 or 4 times, and he kept kicking me out. So he's full of shit. And another thing he does is like he'll jump into my panel and he'll just sit in the basement just for like 3 or 4 seconds, just enough time for me to start to let him on, and then he'll jump off and say, "Oh, he wouldn't let me on." Does that shit all the time.
And then he'll go live on his channel and say that.
Yeah, it's. I mean, people are fucking. It's boring now. You know what I mean? Like, nobody cares.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're right.
even if he was right about everything he said about me, really, nobody gives a fuck. You know what I mean?
Well, you're right. You know, like as I said to you before, remember he compared your lies to the Good Doctors.
Yeah, yeah, that's some fucking.
And I told him point blank. I said, Brian, it's completely different. You know, I said the Good Doctor's lies were huge. You know, what he claimed.
Well, the stuff that he's claiming that I lied about, which I didn't lie about, and most of it, everything but that one screenshot, I have proven. Like I've put it up on shit up on my channel, which I really don't want my channel to be about this bullshit, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna defend myself. You know, like I've
Mhm.
put, I don't know, 3 or 4 videos proving shit on this channel, and then like I put a bunch of shit up on the Dramagram, like proving that he's wrong, and he's like, no, no, whatever, dude, fuck you.
I don't know. I don't
I
think
mean,
he's ever.
it's an issue between, and yes, I did speak on it publicly. I did speak on it publicly first,
Mhm.
and I really I shouldn't have. I let myself get mad, and I went live. Or no, actually, I made a little tiny post about it on Instagram first, and then like I found out, like somebody sent me screenshots of Brenda going to our. It was more than one person going to our mutual friends and trying to turn them against me, and that pissed me off because I had already seen screenshots of her going to people that like I either just didn't know them or like kind of barely them, and some of the shit she was telling them was true, but nobody's fucking business, and some of it just wasn't true at all. You know, like fucking saying Roxy is fake, but and I didn't realize it until much later, but people were like, we heard Roxy's voice when you were on Locksmith's panel because she was at my house and like I was making her laugh and shit. But I didn't know people could hear her at the time. I found out about it like later.
Yeah.
And what else? I don't know. There's just a bunch of shit, man. That's really, I mean, it's really nobody's business, but now everybody fucking knows about it, you know? And I don't care really, but it just like it could have been ended a long time ago.
You're right.
But
he just,
I don't really want to talk about this shit anymore. I'm sick of talking about it. People are sick of hearing about it. So let's fucking
yeah, let's move on from this.
let's move on, or I'll just hang it up. Whatever the people want.
Yeah, just put it behind you.
Yeah. So what do we want to talk about now, y'all?
Cocaine.
There we go. I knew somebody'd get to it.
Yeah.
Well, that's just like when you're sitting around with a group of people and like you know somebody's got it, but you don't want to ask, and you're just sitting there kind of, you know, edgy and stuff. You're like, come on, break it out, break it out, break it about, and then somebody does. You're like, oh yeah, woohoo, let's do it.
That sweet white powder.
Yeah. I tell you what, man, I honestly I haven't had any in a while, and I'm due.
Oh man.
I'm overdue. Maybe I'll do a bunch right before I go on your panel.
Look, you could, you know. I could see you totally swimming in that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. I would do it just to be a smart ass, but I don't know. It's up to you, man. If you want me on there all fucked up, I'll go on there all fucked up. I don't care.
Well, it's up to you, you know. It's your call.
Yeah, that's like when Locksmith first opened his channel, he liked having me on there because love me or hate me, I don't know about now, but back then I would draw a crowd.
Yeah.
There was like, I don't know, 40 or so people that would go wherever I was at, either because they thought I was an asshole and they wanted to hate on me, or because they like my sense of humor. Either way, it draws people, and Locksmith knew that. And like there were times where I'd be all fucked up, be like, I don't really want to go on a panel tonight. And then all of a sudden he would come up with somebody. He's like, well, this person wants to call you out. Well, I've never run from anybody calling me out, so I'd fucking go up there and it'd be a big shit show. It draws views, you know. And like there were times where, you know, I'd say some really fucked up things, either just to piss people off or to make people laugh. either way, I don't care. And like the next day, people would be like, "Man, I can't believe you said that." I'm like, "Said what? What you said on Locksmith's channel last night?" Right? What? I was on a panel last night? Fuck. And then they tell me what I said, and it's like literally nothing I say should surprise anybody ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I had a few of those moments back in my day during when I used to drink like that. I had a few blackouts.
Oh yeah, people will call you up and be like, "Hey man, you want your pants back?" Like, oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, like I always
Oh,
felt like
dude.
I had to apologize. I had to apologize to someone for I might have done something wrong.
Yeah, that's my thing. I get on my phone and like I go back to my text messages and check. Well, I'm back on Discord, so I'll check Discord and Instagram and look and see who all I talk to and make the necessary apologies. Like fuck, man.
I've done it a few times where I said I'm sorry, and people were like, "Well, you didn't do nothing." I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I'll just apologize ahead of time for anything I'm gonna say.
yeah." See, that's what I should have done back then. I should apologize before I started drinking.
Well, there you go. Well, I mean, really though, it sounds if you do it ahead of time like that, it sounds less sincere. It's like it's like, okay, does he just know he's gonna fuck up, or is he planning to fuck up? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I think it would depend on like how much I would drink.
Well, remind me to tell you the story about how I lost my car for 3 days one time. Yeah, not good. Like I didn't know if I should. Like I just didn't know. Like I wasn't driving, but well, fuck it. I'll just tell part of the story now. But um, I drove it to the bar with the intention of leaving it there because like I knew I was going to get trashed. Okay,
Yeah.
here's the deal. Like if I just drink, I won't black out. If I just take pills, I won't black out. If I just do cocaine, I won't black out. My deal is like it doesn't matter what I start getting fucked up on, whether it's booze or pills or it doesn't matter. Whatever I start out on, eventually I'll decide I'm not fucked up enough, so I take more, and then
Yeah.
I'll decide I'm not the right kind of fucked up, so I'll take something else. And at the end of the night, by the end of the night, I've mixed everything, and like that's when I black out.
Yeah,
But
that's what. Okay.
I would just say I drove my car to the bar with the intention to leave it there. I had no intention of driving.
Yeah.
And partying with some dudes and some chicks and stuff, and don't really remember what happened after that. But I woke up the next day at somebody's house, and like my head was under their couch.
Yeah.
And like I opened my eyes, and all I see is like kind of a black tunnel. I'm like, oh shit, I must have drank some bad moonshine. I'm blind. I'm like, no, stupid fucker, turn your head. You see your head's under the couch. So I mean, I get up and I'm looking around and like I don't know anybody. There's all kinds of people sleeping on the floor and on the couches. I don't know anybody. And fortunately, I still had my pants on. But so I'm like, well, I still got to be in the town that I live in. So I just crept out, started walking to what sounded like where the highway was at. I get there and I'm looking around. I don't recognize anything. I'm like, fuck. So, and like, I'm still fucked up. I don't usually get hangovers, but I was kind of hungover. And so I turn around. I'm like, okay, I'll just go back to that house and wait for people to wake up. So I start walking back and I forgot where the house was at. And yeah. So anyway, I finally found it, and they took me to the bar where I thought my car was. It wasn't there. So they took me back to my house, and it wasn't there. So I'm calling people. I'm like, hey, this is before everybody had cell phones. So I'm calling people like, hey, where's my car? They're like, oh, we don't know. So finally, like 3 days later, this dude calls me up and he's like, you want your car back or what? I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. I was getting ready to report it stolen.
Yeah. So luckily you got it back before you reported it.
Yeah, I would have felt like a real asshole if if I would have reported it stolen and it was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was sitting in that guy's yard, and like, what if I reported it stolen and the cop happens to see it and You know what I mean?
They're
It
missing, they're
really could have
missing
got
use
somebody
of
in
it.
trouble.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I remember I got drunk really bad one time. I live like a few blocks away from downtown. So I went to the local bar there and I got completely shit faced. And I was walking home. I don't remember what happened after that. Next thing I know, I woke up. I'm in the hospital. I'm getting about 25 stitches in my forehead. I got like blood all over me.
Hmm.
And the nurse, she's like, yeah, you got to quit drinking. And they were pumping the booze out of me.
Yeah.
But I didn't
Did
listen.
you did you have you ever had alcohol poisoning?
Um, I, I'm not sure. I'll be honest. I'm not sure. They pump the booze out, so like I would drink to the point where I get sick sometimes. Like certain things would like make me puke.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I had tequila, I would puke up like some weird black stuff.
Well, I
Like,
tell you, tequila does make me naked. It does. Like I can sit, like some guys will be like, I can't drink whiskey because I'll fight everybody, but I can sit and drink Crown Royal or whatever. I don't like Jack Daniels. I don't like sour mash. I like the blended shit or bourbon or whatever. But yeah, I can drink whiskey all night and I don't want to fight anybody. But and tequila doesn't necessarily make me want to fight people.
yeah.
But like I will do crazy. I mean, like I already do more crazy shit than most people would ever even think about. But like when I drink tequila, I will do the fucking yeah, not good.
Yeah, I only drank it twice, and both times I ended up puking some weird black stuff. I told my parents that, and they said, "You gotta get that checked." I'm like,
Was
nah.
did it look like coffee grounds?
It was black. It almost looked like tar.
I wonder because I remember, and this did happen to me once, but like I remember I took years ago I took EMT training, but one of the things was if you puke what looks like coffee grounds, you need to go to the hospital like now,
Yeah.
because that if I remember right, it's like it means your liver's fucked up.
Yeah, it could have been that. Like I'd never seen anything like that before. It looked really disgusting. It didn't look like your regular vomit.
Yeah. Yeah, that when it's real dark like that, that usually means that there's blood in there somewhere.
Yeah, like last time I drank, was about almost 3 years ago now. Like I had 6 bottles, and I nursed it, so I had like maybe 6 in 4 hours or something. I woke up the next day, and I felt like shit. I felt like my body was shutting down.
Yeah.
It literally felt like my body was shutting down. I'm like, I'm 39. I shouldn't feel that way.
No, but your body can only take so much bullshit, man. I mean, like people that know how much that knew me back then. That see back when I was taking like at the height of it, like I was taking over 1,000 milligrams a day of oxycontin, plus all the other bullshit, the benzos and whatever the fuck I could get. And there was a couple times where I woke up. God, I hope my kids never find my channel. But oh man, yeah, fuck it, I'll say it. Like I woke up. I've woken up in the hospital more than once because I overdid it. And one of the times they found I had 7 times what should have been the lethal for a person my body weight. I had 7 times the amount, and they found I can't remember. I think they found like 6 different types of drugs that I don't remember ever taking.
Oh man.
So evidently I had been with some people and like was just taking whatever the fuck. And yeah, woke up. I that time I don't even know how I got there. Like I don't know if they dropped me off. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know how I got there. And then like I'm that kind of asshole. I always check myself out against medical advice. When I decide I don't want to be there, I leave.
Yeah, I'm like that too.
But I mean, there was a different time where like they thought that I did it on purpose. So like they had a guard there because they know I have a history of leaving AMA, and so they had a he was really cool though. They had a guard there that was going to stop me from leaving, and I was in too weak a shape to even try to challenge anybody. And even if I felt decent, I probably wouldn't have been able to take that guy anyway because I know a little. I remember him from back in the day. But anyway, I had to talk to. Oh, here's another. Okay, anybody here that's gay? I've got nothing against gay people at all. I just find stories about gay people funny and things that have happened to me. So don't take any offense. You can go ahead and send me your hate mail. That's fine if it gets it out of your system. But anyway, like if somebody, I don't want to say authority figure, but anyway, I had to talk to a counselor before they would let me leave because they thought that I might have done it on purpose, which I didn't. And so I had to talk to this guy. But this guy, he probably worked at that same Starbucks that I got kicked out of, gave me the gay fucking coffee, right?
Yeah.
A little tiny Ryan looking motherfucker, and just fucking nothing against gay people, but he was gay as fuck, you know.
Yeah.
Which is how I like my gay people. If you're gonna be gay, be flaming. Fuck yeah. At least then we can tell. At least then we can tell, right?
Yeah.
And so anyway, this little faggot, you know, he's sitting there with his little fucking. He had another fucking gay clipboard and a little fucking gay pen, and whatever. But anyway, he's giving me all these questions and blah blah blah, and I'm trying to keep in mind that I can't fuck with him too bad because then he'll like have me sent someplace where I can't leave for 48 or 72 hours, whatever. And yeah, it didn't go very well, and I almost got sent somewhere, but
yeah, like yeah, I remember when I was in the hospital and they're fixing my head there. I left. I was supposed to leave, but I left. So they had to go find me, and they found me and they brought me back. They said, "Yeah, you got to stay there and heal." I'm like, "No, I don't want to stay," you know.
Yeah, there's like I've never. Part of the reason why my problem got so bad was like I've never been arrested for anything drug related, because I always had. Back then, I always had money to buy pills. I never got on heroin.
Yeah.
I didn't have to steal to support my habit. And that's part of why it got so bad. And nobody can tell me anything. You know what I mean? Like I knew I had a problem. I just thought I had it under control, you know, which when you consider how much I was taking and how long I was able to maintain my job when I was taking, not that much, but taking a lot, I did pretty damn good. But like never getting into trouble. Like I was never sentenced to rehab. The times that I went, I checked myself in, which means that you can check yourself out. You're just supposed to give them 24 hours notice. Well, one of the times when I went there voluntarily, I'm like, fuck you guys, I'm out of here. And which the staff was very nice. You know, they didn't do anything wrong. It was all me, just being my usual asshole self. And so I'm like, hey, I want to leave. And they're like, well, you got to talk to blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, fuck it. I want out now. And they're like, well, you got to wait 24 hours. And of course, those places are locked down, right?
Yeah.
And hard to, it's not impossible to escape from, but difficult. And so I'm like, all right, fine. So I signed the papers for the 24-hour notice. And like they were giving me drugs in there, but because I am a chronic pain patient, they were giving me painkillers because it was on my prescription list, but it wasn't it wasn't near the amount that I was used to.
Yeah.
So I planned this big escape, and I don't remember what it wasn't. I can't remember what they were giving me at the time, but anyway, I would hide them in my mouth, and I saved them all up because I planned this big escape, right? and saved up like all day till the end of the day. And I took them all at once, which still wasn't, but I hadn't had any for, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. So it still wasn't really a lot, but it was enough to calm my pain down enough and calm the sickness down enough to where I could like move around pretty good.
Yeah.
And so I went out to play the, cause I think, what was it? Three breaks a day you get to go and play basketball, or whatever the fuck it was. And they had this really low fence in the back. So me and Mr. being fucking Rambo, having this big escape plan because my mind can't, you know how it is when you're withdrawing, your mind just fucking goes to weird places and you do fucked up things.
Yeah.
That was another thing, is like, while I had my drugs, I wasn't really going out doing fucked up things. It was when I was withdrawing is when I was doing fucked up things, because your mind just goes to a bad spot. And so anyway, I planned this big escape out in my head, and I wasn't playing basketball, but I just walked up, I'm like, hey man, throw me the ball. And so I walked around and intentionally missed it so that it would roll over towards the fence. So I just casually walked towards the fence and fucking hopped over it. They had a big ass woods back there, which was a big mistake if you're going to have a place people might want to escape from.
Yeah.
And the place was like 40, 45 miles away from my house. So like I'm doing all this fucking Rambo shit, and I finally made my way home. But the thing is I was there voluntarily. So like nobody was really looking for me. It was just like, when you're doing sketchy shit, like every time you see a cop car, you think they're there for you.
Yeah.
Just, whatever. But
you get paranoid when you see something like that. Yeah, that night of my head injury there, I got a concussion. And I still get the weird headaches from that 7 years later.
Dude, yeah, I've got CTE, so I know what that's like.
Yeah, I get them like not frequently, but I get them quite a bit, and it fucking hurts when I get those headaches.
Yeah,
I never got that before I got my head injury. But yeah, I used to mix my booze all the time. Like I used to drink a lot of Jaeger bombs.
Oh yeah, I remember Jaeger bombs. That shit,
Yeah.
fucking Jägermeister is like liquid. I mean, Valium didn't. It took a shitload of Valium to even make me feel it. But Jägermeister is like liquid Valium, I think. I don't know if you had similar experience or not, but
Oh boy, it would speed up my heart when I would drink those.
oh really?
Yeah, I would drink them with a friend of mine. She used to be a bartender at the bar I would hang out at many years ago, and we would just sit there, just drink Jaeger bombs, and it would just jack up my heart. It felt like my heart was going to jump out of my chest.
Wow.
Like I wouldn't have one or two. I had like maybe 6, 7. But my body just had a high tolerance towards booze overall,
Right. Yeah, you get used to anything. Like I didn't start out on taking 1,000 milligrams of oxy a day. It built up. And really, it didn't take all that long for me to start. I mean, it took a while at first, but after I got past like I don't know, say the 400 milligram mark, per day. After I got past that, it just ratcheted up real quick.
Yeah.
It doubled, pretty fast, and it just it's crazy, man. Your body gets used to that shit, and it fucks with your brain, and oh man.
Yeah, absolutely. Like my body, like I'll be honest, I wanted to kill myself, and the only way I knew how was just try to drink myself to death, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
And I told my mom that. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, dude.
I told my mom that. I said to her, why didn't it work? And she's like, because your body has a high tolerance towards booze now, because I was basically an alcoholic. Like I would drink every day, especially on the weekends. Like Saturday morning, I'll hit the liquor store, buy a shitload of booze, drink throughout the day, go clubbing that night, drink more, and start again Sunday.
Yeah. I tell you what, man, I've been there a lot, especially when I was trying to go cold turkey from the pills.
Hmm.
I couldn't even tell you how many times I'd be laying on the floor somewhere, just you know, put just holding a gun to my head and just trying to work up the nerve to pull a trigger, and then kind of like hoping that you just accidentally hit it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not good. You're when you're withdrawing, your mind just goes to some really dark, fucked up places, and you have to, you got to fire up those receptors, whatever your poison is, otherwise they turn against you.
Yeah. Like I used to drink a lot of vodka,
Mm. Big
but I could
fan.
never. Hmm?
I'm a big fan of vodka.
I used to be too, but I could never drink regular vodka. I just couldn't drink the regular shit. I would always have to have flavored vodka because
Yeah.
it went down a lot easier.
Well, that's the thing. Like I would get when I was younger, like I would get Dark Eyes vodka, Red Label, if I remember right.
Mhm.
And that shit, it's not great, but it's
Yeah.
kind of it's a kind of a halfway medium between being total shit and being not having to spend a lot of money on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love Grey Goose and Absolute. I like Grey Goose better than Absolute, but
I've had both. Yeah, Grey Goose, Absolute, that's more stronger than Grey Goose.
is it? It's a higher proof.
I, I,
I never looked. I just drink.
yeah, I always found it stronger. But then a friend of mine, another bartender, he gave me a coconut flavor vodka, and I just got hooked on it.
I don't think I've ever had coconut flavor.
Yeah, and there's a honey flavor too, I think. I don't remember the name brand though, but it was you just got hooked on it, and it was really good.
Hmm.
So what happens when you used to go clubbing like every weekend? You actually become friends with the bartenders.
Oh yeah, I had a lot of that. I mean, I remember. Before I started taking the pills, like I just go out on the weekends and drink with my friends or whatever, and just get lit up on the weekends, and have a great time and like not be blacked out and all that kind of stuff. Like I've never been addicted to alcohol. I do abuse it a lot, but like I've never been addicted to it. If I don't have it, it's not really that big a deal.
Yeah.
Like I don't Jones for it. I don't get the shakes about it. I will shake pretty bad the next day. Like if I drink a lot, I will shake pretty bad the next day, but like I never crave it. You know what I mean? So like sometimes I'll think, man, I'd really like to have a fucking, shot of something right now. But
Hmm.
as far as being jonesing for it, no, I never do. But anyway, back then, do you know what an Alabama Slammer is?
Yeah, I never had one though, but I know
Oh
I've heard of
man,
it. Yeah.
dude, those are good. I don't remember what all's in them, but they're Alabama Slammers are good. And of course, when you're friends with a bartender, like they put a little bit of extra shit here and there for you.
Yeah.
And drinking 5 or 6 of those will fuck you up.
Oh man.
And plus the shot, like I drink a lot of kamikaze shots.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would order kamikazes because like they're a pain in the ass to make, and like if the bartender, if we were out somewhere and the bartender is being a dick, I would order kamikazes just to make them work. But so yeah, I drink a lot of kamikaze shots and some Jaeger bombs. Like I wasn't a huge fan of Jaeger bombs, but like if somebody else was buying around, that's what they bought, I'd drink it.
Oh, I was a huge fan of Jaeger bombs. That's how it would start out my night. Like the bartenders would see me coming in, they would just get the drinks ready.
Yeah, yep. And then sometimes you fuck with them and be like, nope, that's not what I want. I mean,
No,
my main drink, like if I'm just out like at a trashy redneck bar or whatever,
yeah.
my main drink was Crown and Coke. But if I'm like in a classy or like a blues bar or whatever, like I just get scotch on the rocks or something. You know what I mean? It just
Yeah.
kind of whatever fits the mood, whatever blends in. You know, that's typically what I'll drink. Have you ever had a Mind Eraser?
Never heard of it.
I don't remember what all was in it. It's like 5 or 6 different kinds of alcohol, but the alcohol are all different viscosities. So, like they pour it in and they pour the next level, and it's all different colors, and it pretty much stays separated. And then what you're supposed to do is put a straw in all the way to the bottom and suck it all up at once. But it's I don't know 4 or 5, no, like 5 or 6 different kinds of alcohol all stacked up, hard liquor, you know. And yeah, you're just supposed to take it all in, you know, in one sip with a straw. And man, I know why they call them Mind Erasers.
Oh man. I used to drink a lot of beer too. Like I'm not sure if you ever heard of Labatt Blue.
I can't stand beer. I cannot stand beer. If I take a sip of beer, I'll gag and puke.
Yeah, I probably would do that now, but I used to drink all that or a lot of that at the bars all the time, and they stopped serving it for some reason. They stopped carrying it. I'm like, oh shit. So then I had to find a new beer, and I tried Heineken. Ugh. And then
Yeah,
oh, go ahead.
I'm just saying I'm just not a fan of beer, so I can't judge it either way.
Yeah, and then I started drinking Corona, and I just stuck with Corona. But yeah, I would always mix beer with like the heavy like vodka and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like because that would hit me a lot harder, you know. My goal was to get drunk quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can go with me if I'm going to start drinking, like I'm gonna like if the situation isn't going to allow me to get drunk, I just won't drink at all because once I get started, I don't want to stop. I'm either full on drinking or I'm not drinking at all. So
Yeah.
if I'm going to have to drive later or whatever, I won't just sit and have a drink. I just won't drink any alcohol, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm either drinking full on or I'm not drinking at all.
Yeah, see that was the one good part about living, and I still do live downtown. Like I live like maybe 10.
Check this out, man. Look at the screen.
Oh, good job, Christine. Keep up
Hell
the great
yeah.
work. Keep up the great work. The 10 days will be 20, 20 will be 30. It's just going to add up. You can do it.
Christy, I'm not the best example, but fuck yeah, keep going.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
sorry, man. I cut you off. But that
okay.
just caught my attention.
Yeah, I live like 5-10 minutes away from downtown, so I could easily walk to the bars, and I didn't have to worry about like driving or nothing. So
Right. Yeah, I would walk all the way across town to bars so I wouldn't have to drive, you know. Like people used to say, "Are you nuts?" Because even like when it was 15 degrees outside, I would still walk, I don't know, probably like 3/4 of a mile to the bar and walk back home. I didn't care. Usually somebody would give me a ride back home.
yeah.
But yeah, I just didn't want to drive. But fucking mail order rides for you is trying to set me off. Did I have umbrellas and swords in your Oh, I got a story about that, man. No, I don't take that fucking gay shit in my alcohol.
No gay booze.
Little fucking gay umbrella. Fuck you. But no, I'm kidding. But we had this chick that was married to a guy that we worked with.
Mhm.
And she had business cards printed up. On one side, and these people were nasty, man. Like they fucking were never clean. Like always had animal hair all over them, right? On one side of her business card was printed for cake baking and decorating service. On the other side was ferret rescue. Now you fucking tell me how you're gonna have both in the same goddamn house.
Oh, that's gross.
So anyway, there was there was this running gag about baking ferrets into cakes and shit. And we had a union. I was a union officer, and we were at a union convention. And when you go to a union conventions, like they treat you good. They put you up in 5-star hotels. They fucking steak dinners. They fucking treat you good, and they buy all your booze. I think part of the reason they get you drunk is because they always have really nice looking women around, right? I
Yeah.
think, but part of what they were doing is they were getting guys to hook up with these ladies and like taking pictures of shit, and then they're like, "We own you." You know what I mean? I firmly believe that. So yeah, but that's another story for another day. And so anyway, they gave us these drinks with these little fucking gay umbrella and gay swords in it. And anyway, it was funny to me, but the running gag was that those little swords were from the ferrets that this chick was breeding into. I don't know, but
yeah.
by the end of the night, I had taken a foil. They'd ordered pizza, and like it had a foil lining around the bottom, and I put that on my head, tinfoil hat, and I'm running around to total strangers, going, "Watch out for the ferrets! We have evidence!" And then I hand them the fucking little gay sword, and yeah. But let's just say that cops were called.
Oh man. Oh. That sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, if you were there, it was, but I realized me telling that story just isn't doing it.
But yeah, I remember too that with all the drinking I did, I would drink for years. It put weight on me.
Yeah, and like it'll make you bloat and shit too. You'll look fat when you really aren't.
Yeah, but it would stay on though, unfortunately. Like I had like almost like the triple chin thing going on.
Yeah, your face. Well, like it never happened to me, but like I have and it's not from it's not from drinking, but I have a problem with my liver, so I really like shouldn't do it at all. But there have been times where like I would just be yellow.
Yeah, my skin was turning yellow at one point too from the drinking.
Yeah, it fucks with your liver, man. And
Yeah. Hopefully I reverse the damages.
well, yeah, I mean, just you've already cut the shit out, so just keep doing that.
Yeah.
And dude, seriously, if you ever get to that point where, and I know I'm not the best example, but if you ever get to the point where like you're like, I'm gonna have a drink, you can always call me or whatever, and I'll fucking try to talk you out of it.
Thanks,
And
Bill.
like,
Appreciate it.
hopefully, I won't be drunk myself. It's hard. It is hard to listen to a motherfucker telling you not to drink when he's drunk off his ass. It's but if I can distract somebody from doing something that's gonna hurt them, fuck yeah, I'll do it.
Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it. And same here. Like, I'm always there if you need to talk.
I know, man.
Yeah. On the white claws.
I do appreciate it. Yeah, I have kittens. I have 2 new litters of kittens born like 3 days apart this week. 2 brand new. I'm gonna cut that freaking. I posted a video of them on here earlier, but I'm gonna cut that fucking Tomcats. His name just happens to be Tommy, and I'm gonna cut his nuts off.
Ota.
Tomcat, come here, buddy. I've got cat condoms, but man, it's hard to hold that fucker down to slip them on.
Man, he's just going to keep banging around.
Oh well, it is what it is. What are you gonna do?
Well, he's got to get that pussy. Cat.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's the story of my life, trying to get pussy to hold still long enough to do something.
Is that from the same female cat though from before, or?
Oh, one of them is.
Oh man.
Well, as soon as like as soon as they stop nursing, they'll get pregnant right away. And I don't remember what the gestation period is for cats, but um, yeah, as soon as they stop nursing, they'll get pregnant right away again. But this one, evidently, she, you know, when you watch when you watch cats fuck, that's how boring my life is. I sit around and watch animals fuck, and when you watch cats going at it, it looks like um, see, I don't want my channel to get shut down, but you know, it looks like the R word. You know, like the females do not look like they're into it, and you know the male is just completely dominating it. But who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Which is also the story of my life. And yeah, so she got pregnant even while she was still nursing. So, and I had to put down one of our mama cats here a couple weeks ago.
Sorry to hear that.
She got, I mean, yeah, it sucks. Like I'm not attached to these animals, but like I don't want anything bad to happen to them. And she got hit on the road, so I kind of like, it wasn't just me, but we kind of like watched her through the night, and she was just in a lot of pain and wasn't gonna make it anyway. So I grabbed a 22 and put her out of her misery. So we did lose one mama cat, but we still got, I'm not even sure how many cats they have out there. I don't know.
Yeah, I grew up with cats, you know.
Yeah, like
And
I just don't get an emotional attachment to animals. And I think I mean, part of it's because like I grew up hunting and I grew up on farms, so we were always killing things. And like when I was a kid, we raised beagles to train them how to hunt rabbit or fox or whatever, train them how to hunt. And when the litters were born, I mean, there were three of us kids, and there were usually four pups, but each kid got to pick out a pup, and that pup was your responsibility. You had to make sure everything was done for it. And if it got hit on the road, it was your fault. And you had to dig the hole. You had to put it out of its misery. So, like a fucking 10 years old, and dog gets hit on the road, and it was my puppy, but I had to fucking, you know what I mean? I think that like burned me from getting attached to animals. You know what I mean? So I just, the only one I've been really attached to, and this is the only animal my mom and dad ever, no, one of two animals my parents ever allowed in their house. Like the only phobia in this world I have is big dogs. And like I don't remember it, but I guess I was attacked by a big dog when I was a kid. I don't remember a fucking thing about it, but I think that it kind of burned me. But
yeah.
this was a big dog, but I could be around it and not feel uncomfortable. So I did kind of start liking that dog, and he got sick, and he was just in a lot of misery. And like I was actually sad when they put him down. I didn't cry or anything, but man, I started choking up. And that was one like there's no way my dad got soft in his old age, but there's no way he could have put that dog down because he was attached. So I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to do that. I was really dreading it because I didn't want to be the guy to kill that animal, even though it was an act of mercy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they wound up taking it to the vet and letting the vet do it. But I stayed in the room. I mean, he just kept looking at me with his really sick, like he knew what was going to happen, right? He was just too sick to give a fuck. But anyway, I went to the vet, with my mom with him, and they put the injection in, and that fucking dog jumped. Like they said that they never seen this happen before, but that fucking dog, it wasn't because of the needle. Like he didn't feel that. But like 3 seconds after they injected him, he jumped like 3 feet. I mean, he was too sick to walk. I had to carry him in there. You know what I mean? But he fucking jumped 3 feet.
For
and
sure.
it was wild, and my mom wasn't in the room for that because she just couldn't handle it, but I never told her about it. But yeah, I just the way I guess comforted myself, and I don't really believe the dogs go to heaven, but the way I comforted myself in that moment, and I don't believe it now, but I just told myself that was his soul going wherever fucking dog souls go. You know what I mean? I still
Yeah.
found myself trying to justify things as if when I was a kid, trying to think of a way that makes things sound not as bad as they are in my mind. And I went right back to my fucking childhood way of thinking. And like I felt so fucking soft, man. Like I felt so weak. I'm like, it's a fucking dog, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah. It's understandable, but like when I lost my cats, I grew up with them, so the first two I
Sure.
was just a kid, so then the third one, um, I let her stay with my parents, and she basically like ate herself to death. Like she overate. She's
Well,
only like 6 or 7, and I couldn't regret not taking her when I left. So I always have that that
yeah, I
what if.
mean, like, I understand people being attached to animals. I get it, and I
Yeah,
certainly don't disparage anybody for it. But even if you're not um, thinking about it like being a living thing that has died, like just having, it's I don't know how to describe it, but say you've had the same coffee table in your house for 20 years, and all of a sudden it's gone. It's going to feel awkward for a while. It's just a thing that's gone. So
exactly.
it's just, you know, I don't know if that makes any sense, but anyway, I want to save my StreamYard hours, and I feel like I'm boring people anyway. But because I got some shows lined up, and I don't know exactly when, but yeah. Anybody that wasn't here, if you know who Charity is, that motherfucker's locked up, and it sounds like he's gonna be locked up for a while. So that's good.
Yep.
Yeah, Dennis William. Oh, Heldinsky or whatever the fuck his last name is, but yeah, the one calling people up on Instagram and making threats and bullshit. So anyway, I appreciate y'all for coming and listening to me
And thanks for
babble.
having me up. Bill. Appreciate it.
I was gonna say I appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah, same here. And one more time, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to Online Predator Exposure, Sammy and Tech's new decoy channel.
Yeah, if somebody wants to drop that link again, go for it. Well, thank you, 502 Underground Media. Appreciate that. But yeah, everybody, I'll be on Terrence's channel Fridays, spilling my guts. And I may or may not confess to some felonies. Who knows?
And you will be naked for that stream, right, Bill?
Oh, yeah. Duh. Didn't you read the paperwork I had you sign?
Oh,
All the
yeah.
waivers, yeah, non-disclosure agreements, yeah, it's in there.
A naked panel that night.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. Appreciate you coming, and stay naked.
Stay naked, everybody. Have a great night.
Okay. Yeah, I shut the stream off. Yeah, yes, I'll fucking. It's supposed to be tight. You're tied up. I'm the master. You're the sub. You understand how this works? Fuck no, I'm not gonna let you go. You can squirm all you want. You ain't getting out of those chains. Master's work is never done.